All right, it's 2025, and the big question for me was, can I make $1 million this year? And it's not going as well as I'd like, but some of you probably think that's obvious, right? But this video specifically is about flipping watches using Chat GPT. Can you do it? Is it worth it? And how much can you make? If you're familiar with the channel, you know I'm trying to make $1 million this year. First of all, peep the fit in the watch. Here's what's up. I am nowhere close to $1 million. I've made $3,000, which is $3,000 more than nothing, but I've only tripled my money in 4 months plus. Here's the deal. I've got $2,000 in watches, and I'm going to break down to you how I use ChatGPT to do this. First of all, spoilers at the very beginning. I wouldn't recommend you do this. So far, I've made $37 and have $2,000 worth of watches, and I am trying to get rid of them. So I'm going to liquidate them. I'm going to probably end up with less than $2,000. So this, as far as side hustles for 2025, is a big F minus. So that's what's going on with me. Let's get into all the watches that I flipped and why I think it's like a terrible idea. But I did get some cool watches. This on me is a Filson. I know you can't see it's upside down. Bam! But let's get into it, shall we? Watch flipping 2025. I use ChatGPT. If you were to look at my phone right now, you would find a copious amount of screenshots of watches. I asked, instead of what is this worth, because ChatGPT will give you 100 different responses, I asked, hey, would this make a good flip? And it told me. I uploaded Facebook Marketplace, tons and tons of screenshots of Facebook Marketplace, right? And I asked, would this make a good flip? Most of them, no. Here's the thing about the watch world. They're all easily shippable, and that's how a lot of people do it. So you have a whole worldwide market, and most people can Google the value of their own watch, which you might say, duh, but I wanted to try. I really like watches. So let me show you the one I got on right now. This one I might make money on, actually. This is the Shinola Filson collab. It's green. I got the original band and this rubber band with it. I bought this for $250. I think they retailed for like $800 or something like that, maybe $600. But this is, I think, actually like collectible, and Filson people really are a specific breed. And so that makes me a little confident in this one. But overall, I've only been able to sell one watch, and I have a bunch of them. If you're a dealer in like New York or something, and you've got clientele, you might be able to go through this and make some money if you're established. But if you're just trying to like start an Instagram watch flipping, you might make a few bucks. It's not the margins are terrible. People will buy, like on the back end of this, you see people are buying Rolexes at like $9,000 to sell at like $9,500. Margins are horrific. Like, again, I'm not talking about like legit jewelers, although they still don't have the best margins. I'm talking about like what me or you could just start. And guess what? It's not great. Let me show you some more watches I got. All right, so this is some of my watch inventory. If you're a watch person, you'll understand this. And if you're not, I'm going to explain it to you in dumb people terms. I spent probably 150 hours the last month and a half researching watches. And I know more about watches. I'm only going to now buy and sell watches if I come across them while I'm flipping furniture, because I can get to that in another video, but flipping furniture is quite profitable. This is a Grand Seiko, 1996. I bought this for $750. It's the best deal that you could find on the internet for this watch. It's in flawless shape. I have the box for it. Grand Seikos are really popular, not because they're Seikos, but because of the technology in them, and they're the like highest line that Seiko does. This is vintage, it's not like the $4,000 one, but you'd think I'd be able to sell this. I did. ChatGPT said I could sell this for $850 to $900. And it's been on eBay, Facebook Marketplace, everything else. ChatGPT doesn't know what they're talking about. So if you're a watch guy, actually watch guy, just know that AI, even with its latest update, which it is very smart, is still not replacing you, right? And then we got this guy. This is a fake Seiko made in China. It's not real. And it's not even supposed to look like another Seiko. This probably cost $5 to make. And ChatGPT said it was real until I took photos of the back casing after I bought it. Now I bought it for $80. I bought two of these for $80. And it was I knew they might be fake because they're just so light, and you can actually kind of just like look at it and tell. This one's ugly. If you want this one, like maybe post a comment, I might send it to you. But the other one I wanted was the Seiko wristband, because I also bought this guy. Now, again, Chat GPT told me not to buy most watches. So to its credit, I wasn't wasting money. It told me that like most watches I were looking at were bad flips. So thousands of watches, it only told me to buy like a few. And this is one it told me to buy. Now this, if you can see it, there we go. This is a actual Seiko, but it's what they call a Seiko mod, right? You know, if I'm mispronouncing anything, I'm only about a month into this. And I do really love the way these are designed, so I'm happy I learned more about them. But this is a Seiko mod. In the back, it's still a Seiko movement and mechanical, so it's still nice, unlike this one. So this one's completely fake. This one was built with all Seiko stuff, but they removed this to make it look like an alpinist. Or it's an alpinist. And so it looks like, if I was just wearing it on my wrist and you couldn't see the back movement or the strap, you would think it was an alpinist, right? And ChatGPT swore up and down this was definitely an alpinist, until it came in the mail and I could enter in the actual movement on the back of it, right? It's what it is. I spent $260 on this one, which is at the top end of probably what it's actually worth. I'm keeping this one because I love the way it looks. It's a good beater watch. Even people in like the watch community seem to respect the Seiko mod watches. Not this is fake. This is a Seiko mod watch. And I really like the way it looks. It's decent quality, it keeps the time really well. Probably gonna keep this guy because I can't imagine I'll make a profit, and I'll probably lose a little bit of money, but I really, again, like it. So we're okay with this one. This one, I gotta get rid of this one. Right now I'm setting up a trade. I used Watch Exchange on Reddit. I bought them on there. This one, I'm setting up a trade with somebody for 2 watches that are worth the same exact amount, but hopefully I can just sell them for. And I might be down money a little bit, but I'm not trying to sell this for less than what it's worth. Just because also, watch guys tend to be kind of douchebags. The dealers, like the Instagram dealers. And I thought furniture guys were tough. Watch guys gives them a run for their money. By a run for their money, I mean they absolutely decimate them. Like they are the most obnoxious dealers I've ever ran into. There's like fake accounts, there's like a million different ways people try to scam you out of watches. Like the Grand Seiko is the only one I've had this done because it's the only one that's really worth anything major. But you know, people have tried to scam me out of it multiple times. I was offered a fake Rolex for it. There's like 100 different ways this can go wrong. And when you're making money, you're really not making much money. So as far as a side hustle, don't do it. I mean, unless you really love watches, like you might end up with like enough for a free watch in a few months, right? Or you like this one. This one's a glycine. The watch people are really interesting. So this one I bought for $250 on Marketplace. $800 new, $900 new, something like that. That's right around what it went for retail. Have the box, have the papers. It's in like new condition. Unfortunately, Invicta bought the brand right as this was releasing. And even though this is like the Swiss movement, you can see the back of it. It is it is a quality piece. Invicta bought it, so the whole brand is like, the value of it's gone way down. So I'm trying to get 300 out of this, make 50 bucks, because I think I'm gonna lose money, and I've already lost money on these, and that's not the goal of this year. The goal is not to lose money. So if you are not into watches, you don't know anything about watches, I would like highly recommend that you do not start flipping watches. Chat GPT is not going to replace knowledge. You'll be able to learn a lot about it, but if you don't already have the clientele set up, there's a million people trying to do this, and part of that is just because they think it looks really cool and they want to flex. And I love design. That's why I wanted to start doing this. I love furniture design, car design, all that stuff, but this is really, they're easy to buy and sell. It requires almost no effort. All the information you can look up online. Unfortunately, I wanted to say if you use Chat GPT and you just went through hundreds of listings, you'd be able to crush it. That's not happening. That didn't happen for me this time. So as far as a side hustle, I would say don't do it. Fat L, bad side hustle.